Scott, thank you for joining us. I don't really know how to start or where to start. You know, a crazy game that somehow ends in defeat for the Reds. Can I get your take on it first?
Yeah, just really disappointed for the lads. I thought we were outstanding tonight. I thought we were worthy winners. Not even a draw would have been a reflection for me. I thought we were the better team. I thought we created the better chances. We hit the bar, hit the post. Yeah, I'm just really disappointed for the lads. But what a game of football, eh? Great game to watch. Yeah, I thought we were outstanding. I really did. And football's a cruel game. It can kick you in the teeth when things are positive and you're playing well. And the last two kind of performances and results, and then we play that well, and you know we get back in the game a couple of times. And I thought we would be the team that went on and won it. I thought that they were the team that looked like they were time wasting and trying to see the game through. We were the team that were front foot and trying to win it. And then they go down the other end and we give a penalty away. So yeah, disappointed.
Yeah, and I suppose it's even more sort of gut-wrenching when we've come from behind twice to sort of restore that deficit, and then somehow you end up on the wrong end of it. So I can imagine the feeling in the change room is pretty low right now.
Yeah, it is, but it isn't, because I think that the players know that sometimes football can kick you in the teeth when you don't deserve it. So we didn't deserve to lose that game tonight. In fact, I don't even believe we deserved to draw it. I thought we deserved to win that game. And sometimes that happens in football. We have to understand that and take it and move on and on to the next one. And whilst we know that these games are vital for our survival in this division, we understand that. We can't do any more than we've done tonight. Listen, they're a good side. They're very, very lively on the break. They caught us napping a few times. But I thought we were very, very good tonight. I thought that we controlled the game. Like I say, I thought we created loads of chances. I thought we defended the box brilliantly well. There was an action at the end there where we blocked and stopped, and it looked like it was going to go in, and we headed off the line and got our bodies on the line. The players were giving me everything. I just feel for them, because they don't deserve, first of all, they don't deserve to be in the bottom four for a start. I think it's clear to see that from the last 3 games, but they are, or we are, should I say. And a performance like that deserves far much more than we got. But that's football. Listen, I think everybody in the stadium and watched at home could clearly see that the players put every single ounce of effort on the line to win that game tonight. And I don't think we were helped by the officials. I thought we had a clear handball in the first half. Everybody apart from the man that's the important one sees it. It's so clear it's untrue. And then he gives them a penalty, which was a penalty, by the way. We've got to do better with that. With 90 seconds to go or 30 seconds to go, we've got to do better. We've got to stay on our feet. We don't. We dive in and it's an easy one for him to give. But yeah, listen, it is what it is. We move on. I just said to the players here Thursday, come in with a smile on your face, perform like that, you should be happy. And whilst we're not happy about the result, but we're happy with the performance, and I'm big on performances. Results will be a byproduct of that. If you perform like that 100 times, 99 you win it. And tonight we got the one where we didn't, so it got away from us.
Yeah, the players, as you say, did give absolutely everything. I think a few of them towards the definitely at the end were almost flat on their face because of how much they run, but I suppose that's the nature of how your teams play. You want everybody chasing. At the end of the day, that's how we made our 3rd goal, chasing every sort of loose ball, and it's just going to happen. And obviously they had a few subs that came on and gave us a few challenges towards the end, but as I say, I suppose that's just the nature of what you expect from your teams.
No, I expect my team to run harder than any opposition. It's a given that for me. I thought we pressed amazingly well tonight. I thought we pressed really well, won a lot of balls high up the pitch, not just on the goal. But a lot of actions where we won a lot of possession from pressing really well. I think that what we didn't quite get right in the first half was we pressed really well at the top of the pitch, but once the ball went south of our press, we didn't thicken up quick enough. We didn't run south quick enough for me. We didn't get back into our shape quick enough, which is why we got stung on a few occasions. But I don't think that's an effort thing. I think that's just probably a know-how thing, which I need to do more work, obviously. But like, listen, I can't complain at the players' effort. They was just outstanding. They deserve so much more. But usually when you're kind of in bottom end of the league, usually things go against you, and it certainly went against us tonight. We should have had a handball first half. Should have been a handball. Should have been a penalty. He it's a free kick. We kick it in the box. He heads it onto his hand and controls it with his hand in the air. I don't understand how it's not handball. Handball's handball. It's his hands in the air. Yeah, and then obviously we get a sucker punch with, what was it, 97 minutes, where there was only 6 minutes put up. Was there 6 minutes put up? Yeah. This 97th minute is the penalty. So I kind of like that confuses me as well. But there you go. We take it and we move on.
Yeah, the gap to Bristol, remains 6 points. Burton gained a few on us tonight. How do you sort of read that? Because I suppose in all the emotion from that game, you probably haven't had time to sort of check the table or anything.
I don't care about what the others do. Like, we just got to focus on us. If we win all our games, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
And we might not even have to win all of them, so we'll be fine. And if we play like that, we'll be okay. And if we're not, we're not. You know, I'm not gonna pile so much pressure on the players that they can't perform. That's not what I want. I want them just to go out and enjoy these last games, and that's it. You know, when I come in, we were 9 games to go, we're 12 points behind. It's almost like an impossible mountain to climb, but let's enjoy it and let's try and climb it. That's it. You know, and we may do it, we may not. I can't ask the players to do any more than they've done tonight. I really can't.
Perfect, Mark.
Yeah, it was just a great advert for League One football, wasn't it, tonight?
Yeah, I think so. Anyone that was watching that tonight, obviously in the stadium or at home, you know, would have enjoyed that. Some good goals from both teams, some great play from both teams, and I'm really proud of how we played tonight. I'm really proud of the team, the effort, the way we passed the ball. I thought we were outstanding. I really did. And yeah, we just really disappointed to come away with nothing.
Yeah, and you said on Saturday that you were gutted for Rush not scoring on Saturday, but he got his goal tonight. How pleased for you was?
No, so pleased, because he's been brilliant over the 2 games before tonight, and he deserved the goal. And of course, the way he got his goal was through his work ethic, and that's what he does. He presses really well. You know, we kind of like knew that we could steal a lot of balls high up the pitch because of the way that they played. And I'm so pleased. I thought it was a tight angle, the way he put it in the net. It was similar to actually Addy's goal at Cambridge, if you remember, in terms of the angle. But he managed to get it in with a great goal. And I thought we'd go on and win it. I really did. I think most people in the ground would think that as well. Most people probably watching at home on the telly would probably think that as well. You know, they was the team that were trying to slow things down a little bit. We wasn't. We were front foot. We wanted to try and win that game tonight, obviously. And then you get done kind of in the last seconds like we did. But I don't want there to be any negativity, certainly with my group, with the staff, with the fans or anybody. It is what it is. The players did everything tonight, everything. And I want to be. Yeah.
Talking about negativity and that, obviously most of the season, when I've turned up to the ground talking to the fans and that, it's all about what's been happening off the pitch. As they haven't talked about, since you've come in, all they've talked to me about is what's happening on the pitch. That's a great thing, isn't it?
Of course it is, yeah, that's what it's all about. It's all about what goes on the pitch, you know. I need to focus so hard on the training pitch and so hard on that group of players in there, and I'm not even, I don't concern myself about anything around the place or what's been said about this and that's not right and this, I'm not bothered, because probably that's where I went wrong in my last job, was concern myself with too much in the background where I should have really focused more so on the pitch. So I've learnt from that, and I'm really focused, really, like almost to the point where nothing else is getting in the way other than the football pitch and the players. That's all I care about. And you know, if the results are right, everything else will fall in place anyway. So that's what I have to do.
Yeah, and just very quickly, there was that great video the morning you joined where you hugged Jeremy Kelly and introduced him as the best player in the world. That assist for the first goal was something else, wasn't it?
Oh, wow. he just comes in the pitch so cleanly with the ball. You know, we talk about him receiving it, and he's got that kind of swivel hips where he looks like he's going to take it inside the pitch because he does it a lot, but then he takes him on the outside and then gets fouled, if you remember the action. But yeah, he cut it on for the goal. It was just delightful, wasn't it? He come inside the pitch and just lifted it. What a great ball, but a great run from Junior as well, by the way. So yeah, listen, yeah, Jezzy's just different class. I love working with him. And I'm pleased to see him score as well tonight, right?
Yeah.
He scored the second, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, great to see him get on the score sheet himself, because he doesn't score a lot, Jeremy. He needs to add more goals to his game because he's a very, very good player.
Yeah.
But it's good to see him score tonight.
Yeah, and there's nothing to discourage anything about going to Stevenage on Saturdays and how you're going with so much positivity.
We should turn up with so much confidence after that performance tonight. I know the scoreline, or the result, should I say, is negative. Sometimes in football you play so well and don't get what you deserve, and that's happened tonight, in my opinion.
Yeah, thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Charlie, thank you for joining us. A crazy game where we're scratching our heads thinking how we're on the wrong side of it. Can I get your thoughts on it first?
Yeah, Peterborough games are always high-scoring games with the threat they've got on the top line. They are a threat going forwards. I think we dealt with it a lot better in the second half. We were a lot more compact, tougher to beat, defended better. It's just a shame we came in at half-time the way it was. I think we should have deserved to come out in front.
Yeah, what's the feeling like in the dressing room? Because never mind the sort of circumstances of where we find ourselves in the table, but a defeat like that at any part of the season must feel, pretty heartbreaking. Yeah,
it does feel like a kick in the teeth now, but we got to wake up tomorrow, forget about it, and move on and go again for Saturday. We can't change it now. It is what it is. That's what the manager's just said. That there's nothing we can do about it. Just move on and take the positives from it and take it into Saturday.
Yeah, and although we conceded 4, there are a lot of positives, as we were sort of just chatting about outside there. Most other teams, we maybe even find ourselves 3-0 up when Rush scores that goal, but because Peterborough, they're so fast going forward, they've got such a threat, which makes it a great game to watch as a neutral, because it is quite literally end to end, as you said, out there, a basketball game. But it's just tough, isn't it? Because at this stage of the season, we need the points, but as you say, there are lots of positives that we can take into the last games.
Yeah, we do need the points. We can't hide from that, but if we play like that from now to the end of the season, we're going to win a lot more games than we lose. So that's the way we've got to look at it.
Yeah, and obviously the gap, I don't know if you've had a chance to even check the scores yet, but obviously the gap to Bristol remains 6. Burton have extended their gap to us a little bit, but in some ways it's almost like if you sort of discounting Burton, which we can't do, but from where we need to get out, it's almost like it's just this never happened. You play like that, as you say, we're going to be fine, aren't we? So it's tough to analyse, isn't it?
Yeah, we can't look at the other teams around us results, but we sort of have to. But it's down to us at the end of the day. If we win our games, we know we'll get out of it. But obviously we're going to have a look at everyone else's results. But at the end of the day, that doesn't affect us. It's what we do, and we have to pick up the points. It doesn't matter what everyone else does if we don't pick up the points we need. So
yeah, it's tough. Obviously, we're still a relatively young team. Obviously, you find yourself captaining it as a relatively young player yourself. So, just to show the fight that we're showing, a lot of respect has to go to the lads, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can even see that everyone worked so hard tonight, left everything out there. You can see at the end, I think we blocked about 5 shots in 10 seconds at the end. Everyone was desperate to win, putting their bodies on the line. Everyone's giving everything, and everyone will give everything all the way to the end of the season. And I think if we have that attitude and we keep going into every game like that, then we've definitely got a chance.
Yeah. Seeing the performances, there's been in the last 3 games, there's been so much intent, so much belief in the players, and it seems like quite a marked difference from before. What has Scott sort of done and said that has just made this difference in the side?
He's just said I don't think you lot believe in how good you are, and he's given us the platforms. Just go show everyone how good you actually are. He said I think we don't believe in ourselves as much as we should, and we do have the ability and we have the quality in the changing room. Just go out there and show people you can do it. And I think that's shown, especially with the front boys in the last few weeks. They've gone out and ran riot against teams, so it's given them that confidence, and us at the back to just be as solid as we can and brave on the ball.
Yeah. And you've had quite the season. Obviously you weren't starting at the beginning of the season, then you've become a regular, and now you're captain. I mean, how does that feel, and how are you enjoying the captaincy role?
Yeah, football changes fast. We all know that. A lot can change throughout the season. I've really enjoyed it. I'll be honest. Enjoy the responsibility. It's a great group of lads to lead out there. So yeah, whenever I'm asked to do it, I'm more than happy to do it.
Yeah, and that was a great advert for League One football, wasn't it, tonight?
Yeah, the amount of quality that was on show, some of the quality of the goals, 2 very good teams. So yeah, it was very good for the neutral.
Yeah, thanks, Charlie.
So.